Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy James and I am back with another video for you guys today. And today I just really want to, make a really interesting video that I really want to create today too for you guys about an article that I've read on sex and psychology.com too, when it comes to with, the topics of relationships, also. And just like when it comes to with this article that you guys see on the screen too, I believe this article is written by Marissa Prine. So shout out to her and shout out to the team, on sexandpsychology.com, because they get all the credit from this too. I'm just really, just really making a video about it too, not trying to profit out of it too. Just, really just want to bring some insight for you guys, that you guys can learn too when it comes to with this video. So I just really want to just really, talk about this topic too when it comes to, with the, being involuntary celibate too. And this might be a controversial topic just to talk about too, and I just really want to make this disclaimer also for anyone who is listening, especially anyone who is listening to this video. I just, this is not no diss or disrespect or towards anyone who is, involuntary celibate too. There's probably a reason that we are involuntary celibate. Maybe you want to just, wait until we get married just to, settle down with someone that we really can really just trust, and also we're compatible with too when it comes to with relationships, whether you're a man or a woman too. But when it comes to with this article too, and especially when it comes to with the incel community too, hopefully hoping I don't get in trouble for saying this, because I know that with the incel community is really, a lot of demographic is, a lot of men are into that community too. And there's, probably reasons why that, most men are kind of like involuntary celibate in today's society too, especially during these times right now. Also, I'm not here to judge just because it's like, I'm a man also too, but I'm a man that really just who loves women too, and also too who values myself also. I can really, understand if you really want to just, you want to save yourself, you want to just find the right kind of partner where you just want to, find a right, like a healthy, compatible partner that you can really just, spend your time with, that you can really just build a future together. And I really get that. But also too, there are kind of like, people in the incel community that are just really extreme. They do things that are really extreme in a really crazy way that really just brings a lot of crazy attention to them too. So I just really, want to mention that, and just from my own knowledge of seeing that too in certain spaces on social media when it comes to with the incel community. And get into this article also too, and it's just really interesting, when it comes to with ex-incels and your journey towards de-radicalization. If I'm saying, I can't say that correctly too. De-radicalization. So when it comes to that, I just really find that interesting, just because it's like, at sometimes too, especially, in certain times of our lives, especially with men too, it's like we get to a point where it's just like, it's like, is this fulfilling? Is this like, fulfilling my life? It's like we really just kind of like question ourselves in a way too. I'm not sure if any men who is listening to this video too, who are kind of like at that stage where you just like, there's always stages in life where we just like go through certain things, we go through certain phases, whether we're like involuntarily celibate, we don't want to date for a while, we want to do our own thing. But also too, we get to a point where we just, we dealt with some challenges that, that we faced in our lives. We probably made some mistakes how we treated other people and certain things too. And it's just like, it's like one day we sit with ourselves and we just ask like, it's like, like, is this like really worth it? It's cause sometimes, it's good to really just ask those kind of questions, when it comes to with the choices that we make too, and just really, sit with that, and just like when it comes to like, how we treat ourselves, how we treat other people, especially how we treat our environment too. It's like, when we sit with ourselves and we just, sit and just really, just find that kind of quiet space where we can just really analyze things and to really just, put things in perspective. It's just like, wow, like maybe what I'm doing is not really working out, or maybe it's not, fulfilling my life. Maybe it's just, it's just not working out for me too. And those are kind of questions it's really good to just have with yourself, even if you're a man or a woman too. It's just like a way for us to just really, to really not just to beat ourselves up. It's just, it's a way for us to just really, make those powerful changes too. Kind of like looking within the mirror, and like say like with the classic Michael Jackson song "Man in the Mirror," it's kind of like doing that within us too, in our own unique way too. It's kind of like, looking within that inner mirror. It's just like, like maybe what I'm doing is not beneficial towards my soul, towards, my health, towards the people that, I supposedly care about, or even I care about too, or in my environment. It's just like, maybe it's like time for a change, and just like when it comes to with the extreme, stuff that most people do nowadays, it's crazy out there, especially on social media. And it's just like, whether you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, if you're on X, if you're on YouTube, also there's a lot of crazy stuff that's going on, especially when it comes to in the relationship community too. When it comes to how we treat people, how we want to get to know people, and especially all the above too. It's really good to just sit with ourselves and just really, just really sit with ourselves if like the actions that we take and what we are doing is just, is like not fulfilling us, or if it's hurting other people, or if it's just like, hurting our environment. It's just really good to sit with that, because, sometimes when we, do some crazy stuff like, mistreating others, talk bad about others, and just, especially in the relationship, or the dating scene too, however you want to call it, it can really just be, pretty crazy too. And it's just like, sometimes when we just sit with ourselves and just really, listen, and just, when it comes to just like how we are treating ourselves and how we treating other people and how we treat our environment especially, it's just a really good way for all of us to look within that inner mirror that we all have, just to really, doing that in a really powerful way too. So I just really want to address that also. And again, this is no diss towards anyone who is listening to this video, and especially in the dating scene or in the relationship community also as well, just because, I'm just saying this as a personal note, and as a man also too. I mean, I have my fair share of, challenges in the dating scene also. I got stood up. I got, someone made a lot of crazy stuff about me. I got, all sorts of stuff too, I got doxxed too. I'm not trying to put it all like out there too. I'm just really sharing my experiences. But what hasn't changed too is the love I have for myself, and especially when it comes to with the opposite sex. I mean, for those who know me, I love women, and that's not going to stop. I'm not going to be jaded or bitter about that too, because there's people are different out there, and sometimes we're not everyone's cup of, we're not everyone's preference, and that's okay. But we're someone's preference, but that's cool, because we're not everyone's preference, but we're somebody's preference, and that's really a good thing to remember when it comes to in the dating scene and especially in relationships too, and how we can really just have really, open discussions and talking about that with people that we're dating, and especially to people that we can really just trust too. Can really just, go a long ways too. But I just really want to address that too when it comes to with this article also. And I'll post the link to the article also too, so you guys can really, check out this article for yourself. There's a lot of study about that too when it comes to, with the ex-incels and with their journey towards de-radicalization too. So it's really interesting and really powerful read too if you guys are into, relationship topics like this also, and especially for anyone who's in the dating scene also too, who's probably, dealt with, people who were, incels, or even like people who are ex-incels also too, so this video could be a really good resource just to, to get some insight from it too when it comes to, with this video as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the article also, but I also want to share this too for anyone who is into oracle cards too. And just like, I was really just asking a question, just really, just sitting with it and just really asking, the universe, like, hey, like, how can, ex-incels improve in their relationships? Just really asking that simple question just for the fun of it. And if any of you guys are not comfortable just really, when it comes to with oracle cards or oracle readings too, you're more than welcome to just, ignore these messages also. But if you guys are open to it, if you guys are, open to learning something from a different perspective, that is totally cool too. Wherever that floats your boat, no pressure. I'm not trying to predict the future or anything like that. I'm just pulling cards just to really, that we can all just, learn from a different perspective, that we can just take some insight from it too, from this video. So I just really want to share that with you guys too, but I really want to, share these messages that I pulled from this article. And it's just like, when it comes to what the first message is really all about invitation. So like when it comes to like with the, for anyone who's just like an ex-incel, or just like they want to just go back into the dating scene and just really, trying to really, figure things out also too. It's just like when it comes to with the first message, which is all about invitation, it's just like a way for us to really just being open to just really inviting that kind of like experience too. When it comes to just really, doing something new, just really, inviting that invitation. And like invitation's a way for us to really just experience something new, basically. So it's kind of like, when it comes to with that invitation, it's kind of like a way for for any of us, especially for those who want to just really, make some changes when it comes to with the dating scene. And just like when it comes to being an ex-incel, it's just like a way for all of us to just really, being invited to do something new, that's just really totally different from what you experienced. So it's kind of like, that invitation, with this first message here too, that you guys could see in this video, is just like, just really like inviting that invitation to do something new, like that's totally different. And just like with the second message also too, when it comes to with the divine feminine energy too, it's just like when it comes to cycles, especially when it comes to with this message, is a way for any of us to really just making some inner changes within ourselves too. So it's kind of like with the first message, it's really all about being open to doing something new, and just like with the second message, it's really all about cycles, kind of like with the cycles of seasons, where it's like the weather changes in each season too. But it's kind of like in the ways too when it comes to with this video, it's just for for us to really just making those inner changes within ourselves too. So it's kind of like making those inner changes within ourselves can really help us to really just do some really powerful inner work too, in our own unique way too. So it's kind of like being it's like being open to just doing something new, but also to really just, you know, making those inner changes within ourselves too, and really just doing those inner cycles, that those inner changes too can really just, you know, help us to just really, you know, help us evolve to the most healthiest versions of ourselves too. So just really like a really good message to really just, you know, to take in mind and to take into heart, to really just really doing those inner changes within ourselves too, when it comes to this, when it comes to with the you know, being an ex-incel, and just really getting back into the dating scene, and just really, just really, you know, finding ways to just really improve in ourselves and our relationships as well. And with the last message too that, you know, I pulled for this article also is really all about wisdom. So like with wisdom, and this is really a powerful masculine message here too. And just like when it comes to with wisdom is a way for all of us to just really just learn, and to really taking action to learn from a really powerful space where we can just, you know, take the time for ourselves to really just take action, to really just, you know, learn from our mistakes, to really learn something new, and just really, you know, taking action to really just learn in general as well. And so like when it comes to with wisdom and when it comes to with learning, you know, it's just a way for all of us to just, you know, I say all of us, but any of us to just really, you know, learn something new, even learn from our mistakes that we did too. If we hurt other people, that, you know, when it comes to being like an incel, and just really, you know, or even just like with anything also too, when it comes to how we, you know, treated ourselves, how we treated other people, how we treated our environment. And just like a way for all of us too, when it comes to with the last message as well, is to really just learn, and learn from what we've done in the past. Also, just really, you know, learning from our mistakes. If we did anything that hurt other people, if we did anything that hurt ourselves, if we did anything that hurt our environment also, and just really, you know, tapping into that wisdom to just really learn from our mistakes and to learn something new can really just be so powerful in so many ways that can really enrich your own personal relationships, especially in the dating scene too. So hopefully you gain some insight from, you know, from these messages too. If any of these messages resonate too for anyone who is watching this video, and especially for anyone who can relate to the article too, that's, you know, related to this video, you're more than welcome to share your own feelings and thoughts, you know, at any time as well. And again too, I'll post a link to the article so you guys can read it for yourselves, and feel free to share what you guys felt from it, what you guys think of it too. And much love to all you guys who are watching this video, whether you're new to this channel, if you're just coming back also. Much love to all you guys too. And again too, if you guys ever want to share this video with your friends, especially for anyone who wants to just get back into the dating scene, for those who are ex-incels also and want to just improve in their relationships with, you know, other people, especially in the dating scene too, just feel free to share this video with them too. This video can really just be, you know, helpful for them too, if they want to just learn a new perspective, you know, gain some insight that they never really thought of, if they're open to it too. If not, that's totally their choice. But yeah, much love to all you guys too. And again too, if you guys ever want to show support for this channel also, feel free to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel also, and make sure you hit the notification bell also too on top, so that way you'll get notified for all the videos and live streams that I'm doing on a regular basis. And much love to all you guys who are watching this video, and you guys stay safe, stay healthy, you know, and you guys continue to be who you are as healthy human selves. And peace and much love.